Hello everyone, this is Anurag Mishra and it's my pleasure to speak you today about the Montreal Protocol, a landmark international agreement aimed at protecting the ozone layer. The Montreal Protocol, signed in 1987, is widely regarded as one of the most successful global environmental agreements ever adopted. Its impact on protecting the Earth's ozone layer cannot be overstated, and it serves as a shining example of what can be achieved when the international community works together towards a common goal. The ozone layer is a thin layer of gas in the Earth's upper atmosphere that protects us from the harmful ultraviolet radiation from the sun. Without the ozone layer, life on Earth as we know it would not be possible. However, in the 1970s and 1980s, scientists discovered that the certain human-made chemicals such as chlorofluorocarbons were depleting the ozone layer at an alarming rate. The scientific community sounded the alarm. The governments around the world began to take action. The Montreal Protocol was signed in response to this crisis. The agreement called for a phase out of the production and consumption of the ozone depleting substances, including CFCs. The protocol was a landmark achievement for several reasons. Firstly, it was the first international agreement to address a global environmental issue. Secondly, it was one of the fastest treaties to enter into force, with all signatory countries ratifying is within just 2 years of adoption. And thirdly, it was a testament to the power of international cooperation, with countries from all corners of the world coming together to address a common threat. The Montreal Protocol has been incredibly effective in achieving its goals. Since the adoption of the protocol, the production and consumption of the ozone depleting substances have been reduced by over 98%. The ozone layer is now expected to recover to pre-1980s level by the middle of this century. This is a remarkable achievement, and it would not have been possible without the Montreal Protocol. The success of Montreal Protocol can be attributed to several factors. Firstly, the protocol was based on the sound scientific evidence, which provided a strong foundation for action. Secondly, the protocol was flexible and allowed for adjustment to be made as new scientific information became available. And thirdly, the protocol was supported by a strong political will, with governments around the world recognizing the urgency of the issue and committing to taking action. The Montreal Protocol has not only protected the ozone layer but also had other positive impacts. For example, many of the chemicals that were phased out under the protocol, such as CFCs, are also potent greenhouse gases. By reducing their production and consumption, the protocol has contributed to mitigation of the climate change. Additionally, the protocol has created opportunity for innovation and job creation, as companies have had to develop new technologies and products to replace ozone depleting substances. However, while the Montreal Protocol has been incredibly successful, there is still work to be done. Some ozone depleting substances such as hydrochlorofluorocarbons (HCFCs) are still used in some countries. These substances have a much shorter lifespan than CFCs, but they are still harmful to the ozone layer. In response, the protocol was amended in 2016 to accelerate the phase out of the HCFCs. This amendment, known as Kigali Amendment, is expected to reduce global warming by up to 0.5 degrees Celsius by the end of the century. So the Montreal Protocol is a shining example of what can be achieved when the international community works together towards a common goal. The protocol has been incredibly effective in protecting the ozone layer and has had positive impacts on climate change mitigation and innovation. Now let's discuss What would be the impact on India? The Montreal Protocol has had a significant impact on India both in terms of the country's economy and its environment. India was one of the signatory countries of the Montreal Protocol and has been committed to implemented its provisions. One of the main impacts of the Montreal Protocol on India has been the phase out of the ozone depleting substances. India was a major consumer of the CFCs, which were widely used in the country's refrigeration and air conditioning industries. The phase out of CFCs under the Montreal Protocol led to the development of the new technologies and products in these industries. This created new opportunity for innovation and job creation in India, particularly in the manufacturing sector. Today, India is a global leader in the production of the ozone-friendly refrigerators, and air conditioning industries have become more energy efficient and environmentally sustainable. The Montreal Protocol has also had positive impacts on the India's environment. The phase out of the ozone depleting substances has contributed to the protection of the ozone layer, which in turn has reduced the incidence of skin cancer and other health problems related to exposure to ultraviolet radiation. Additionally, the reduction in the use of ozone depleting substances has also contributed to the mitigation of the climate change, as many of these substances are also potent greenhouse gases. However, there have also been some challenges associated with the implementation of the Montreal Protocol in India. One of the main challenges has been the cost of the phasing out ozone depleting substances and replacing them with new technologies and production. This has been particularly challenging for small and medium-sized enterprises which may not have the resources to invest in new technologies. Additionally, the availability of the alternative technologies and production has sometimes been limited, particularly in rural areas of the countries. To address these challenges, the Indian government has implemented a number of policies and programs aimed at promoting the adoption of ozone-friendly technologies and products. For example, the government has provided subsidies and incentives for the purchase of energy efficient and environment friendly refrigerator and air conditioner. Additionally, the government has established training and capacity building program for technicians and engineers to support the adoption of new technologies. In conclusion, the Montreal Protocol has had a significant impact on India, both in terms of the country's economy and its environment. While there have been some challenges associated with the implementation of the protocol, the benefits of the protecting the ozone layer and mitigating climate change far outweigh these challenges. India remains committed to implemented the provisions of the Montreal Protocol and to promoting the adoption of ozone-friendly technologies and products. Thank you for watching.